the homeopathy book. This is, I think, the 5th video, the page number 5 also, the treatment of the patient, not of the disease. ما we do the treatment of the patient in the homeopathy, not we treat the disease. The reason behind every ailment is imbalance in the vital force. The equilibrium of the vital force maintains the body in a healthy state. This facilitates the flow of feelings and sensibilities. If for any reason this system of free communication is obstructed or derailed, the body becomes sick. If for any reason this system, this vital system, this vital force of free communication is obstructed or derailed, the body becomes sick. This interruption of the line of communication is termed as shock, form an injury, form the death of a near relative or loved one, from drowning, from sudden cold, etc. A person is shocked. Shock lies at the root of all ailments. Some people may maintain that illnesses have multifarious causes. It is correct that there may be numerous activating and contributing reasons to an ailment, but if they cannot cause a shock to the dynamic system, they cannot produce an illness. It has been seen in some experiments that after administering anesthesia, a patient is not affected by even deadly poison like potassium cyanide or prussic acid. Tough, we all know that these can cause instantaneous death if administered to a healthy person, even minimally. This shows that a deadly poison does not affect the anesthetized person because in such a state the dynamic communication system itself does not work. So the question of its obstruction does not arise. Hence, the balance of the vital force is not distributed and the بله دارم ویدئو میگیرم. Excuse me, my mother called me. Sorry, where was that? Is not distributed and the person, dynamic plane or inner man, is not affected by the poison. The same thing happens when a person is in coma. So the question of its obstruction does not arise, hence the balance of a vital force is not distributed and the person is not affected by the poison. The same thing happens when a person is in coma. A human body lives as long as the vital force continues to function in it. This vital force is manifested in the mind, the dynamic system, etc., which are ethereal and not physical. As soon as the physical body is rendered devoid of the vital force, existence ends and the situation is defined as this. Now, the question is, why homeopathy? Why homeopathy? Crude or unpotentialized drug reduce our natural body defense system and lay the field open to ailment. A remedy basically performs the tasks of balancing the vital forces in the body so that the line of communication is maintained. As long as the vital force is undisturbed, the body remains healthy. If developments like gangrene kill the tissue, the vital force in that region is destroyed, and the medicine will have no effect on that part. But the homeopathic medicines can re-establish the balance of the vital force, and throughout the dead tissue and health is restored. Every big or small accident produces some shock. It is necessary to observe that general rules of treating a shock viz to keep the victim warm, to use the hot water bottle to cover with to cover with woolen, etc. Homeopathic medicine, Arnica 200, a few doses given at short intervals, help the victim to recover in a short time. Arnica is one of the basic medicine for shock. If the victim becomes unconscious from shock, Arnica helps him or her in regaining consciousness. Pain resulting from physical or mental injury is cured by Arnica. Inflammation at the time of dentitious or pain, sprain, fracture, etc., respond well to Arnica also.